everybody, it is Ryan Byers, and I would just like to do another short story time with you. This story time is going to be about the time I called my teacher a slut. Quick disclaimer, I don't believe in slut shaming. I don't support it. I was young, naive, stupid. I was only in 3rd grade, so don't judge me. Don't hate me. I'm not an awful person. I don't support slut shaming anymore. Okay, so let's begin this video. So I was in 3rd grade. I had a friend. I'm going to call him Henry. And I used to play with him at recess, you know, like 3rd graders do. We were just little mischievous little boys. And I was on the playground and one of our teachers walked by. We're going to call her Mrs. Jameson. And she walks by and she was wearing high leather boots clear up to her thigh. She was wearing a mini skirt. She was wearing a low cut blouse. And me, being a naive 3rd grader, wasn't really sure why she was dressed like that, but I had remembered hearing one word used on the television a lot, and that was slut. And so I looked at my friend and I said, "Can I tell you something and you promise not to tell anyone that I said this?" And so I come in close, I whisper in his little ear, and I say, "Henry, Mrs. Jameson looks like an S-L-U. You finished the last letter." And he goes, "T?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "What's that spell?" And I said, "Slut, don't tell." And, you know, there's always those kids in 3rd grade who you tell them not to tell, and as soon as you turn your back, they go and they tell that teacher. And it's like, bitch, please, did you really just do that? Like, come on. I thought we were friends. I thought we were homies. I thought we were bros. Apparently not. And so I get called out of my homeroom the next day, and my teacher talks to me in the hallway and she says, "Ryan, you're a smart kid." And I was like, uh-oh, I'm getting busted for something. And she goes, "You're a smart kid, Ryan. Why did you call so-and-so a slut?" She's like, "Do you know what that word means?" And bitch, you best better bet that me, little 3rd grader Ryan, gave an Oscar award-winning performance. I threw on my fake tears. I sobbed my way through this whole entire thing. I was like, no, I didn't know what I was saying. I'm just a kid. I don't know what that word means. I thought that it meant beautiful. And so I performed my ass off. I was going to make sure that I'm Ryan Byers and I get what I want and I don't get in trouble. That doesn't happen. I'm the best kid here. Like, no, I was that type of kid. I was refusing to get in trouble. It wasn't going to happen. Not today, Satan. Not today. No, never. Not ever. Not today. No, I refuse to be in trouble. So I cried. I put on my best Oscar award-winning performance. And then she has the teacher who I called a slut talk to me. And the teacher comes in to talk to me in a turtleneck, sweatpants, and tennis shoes. No makeup, hair in a bun. She was looking real grungy. And I felt bad because she was crying. And she was saying how that wasn't a nice word, and I just kept saying over and over, I thought it meant beautiful. I didn't know what I was saying. I thought that it meant beautiful and gorgeous and pretty, and I just think that you're so pretty, Mrs. Jameson. I'm so sorry. And then I cried a little bit more, and I gave her a hug. And she said, "You know, technically we're supposed to give you in-school suspension for this." And I started crying even more. I said, "Please don't tell my mom. Please don't tell anyone. Please, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it." And then she gets in my face. Remember, I'm only a 3rd grader. Like, this was a little much. She gets in my face and she says, "Just remember that when you call somebody an ugly name, it makes you an ugly person." And I, like, in my head, I was like, bitch, what? You just called me an ugly person? Like, I get it. I shouldn't have called you a slut. But at the same time, I'm a 3rd grader. Those are harsh words. Harsh. Terrible. I'm only in 3rd grade. Like, 9, 10. I don't know how old that is. Whatever. But either way, I was only a 3rd grader. And you're telling me that I'm an ugly person? And so then I go home from school and I'm like, oh, good. She's not going to tell my mom. I told her not to. Bitch lied. I walk in the door, and my mom says, "Hey, Ryan, would you like to talk about something?" And I'm like, that fucking bitch. She told my mother, even though I cried and I gave my Oscar award-winning performance and begged her not to tell my mother, but nope, the bitch did it anyways. She went behind my back and told my mother. I was a sassy little 3rd grader, and I wasn't okay with that. Not okay with it. Not okay. And so I told my mom, I was like, yeah, I did. And my mom was like, Ryan, I know that you know what that word means. You're a smart kid. And I was like, yes, I did know what that word meant. And so my mom said it was okay, it was a mistake, don't do it again, blah, 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 you know, all of those things. And then we went into school the next day. My mom came in with me so that she could apologize to the teacher with me. And she went in and my mom said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Jameson. I'm so sorry my son called you that word. He didn't know. I explained to him why that's wrong. Everything's okay now. And Mrs. Jameson was back to wearing her leather thigh-high boots, her little mini skirts, her little low-cut tops. And as we're walking out, my mom goes, I understand why you called her a slut. And I was just like, bitch, yes! My mom has my bag, yes! So yeah, that's the time I called my teacher a slut. But like I said before, disclaimer, I don't support slut shaming anymore. You shouldn't judge somebody just because of how they look, because that doesn't make them a slut. Just because they're wearing a sexy outfit, that doesn't mean anything. Women should be free to express themselves however they please. So, goodbye everybody. I should be posting another video within a couple days. I hope anyways. I'm sorry if I get delayed. I have college and stuff. But, yeah. See you next time. Bye.